So I want to be free from servitude. I don't want to be a slave. USA treats me like a slave. Worse than a slave. You know? In the slavery, they feed the slave in order to work him out. So he will produce. So they have to feed him just like the car. You put the fuel, you put gasoline in the car, so you use the car. Here, they don't even give you food. They want to kill you. So, slavery. This is a slavery. Not just me. My son, Muhammad. This boy. Look at him. Look. Happy smile. That's when he was with me. Happy smile. He calls me, crying. He cannot go home. That's what the USA did to him. He cannot go home. USA don't let him go. USA put him in a situation that he cannot go home. Where a 13 years old child is going to go when he cannot go home? Obama, you listen? Tell me, where would he go? He's crying. My heart starts crying. It's already crying, starts crying more. The guns are on my head. I cannot help my children. They don't allow me. They tell me, you are not their father anymore. They terminated my parenthood. Without a hearing, without anything. Politically motivated thing. This is the judicial branch of the government of the United States. And the record is with the Finnish immigration. They have this. They have this petition before the Supreme Court of the United States about the children, about this marriage. Look at the authority. How many authorities that they violated? How many authorities that they violated? Look. These are the authorities, the table of the authorities that they violated. Each one needs a brief by itself. That's what I was able to put in 40 pages. You see? These are some of the authorities that they violated. The Finnish government has a copy of this, and they could see this. Okay? These are all the authorities that I was able to put in 40 pages. No, I'm not done with the authorities that they violated. Here. Look. How many sections of Illinois Marriage and Dissolution of Marriage Act they violated? Look. This is the USA. Welcome to the USA. Look. IMDMA. All these sections. You know? Look. Then. Illinois Code of Civil Procedure. How many they violated? They are controlling and used with the Illinois Marriage and Dissolution of Marriage Act. Look at the crimes they committed. And how many Illinois Supreme Court rule? You see? No. Am I done with the authorities? So, this is 40 pages. I was able to put all these in 40 pages. Sorry, not 40 pages. Let me see. How many pages? Yes, in 40 pages. You see? All these authorities that they violated. They suspended the Constitution. Finnish government has a copy of this. Actually, they took the original copy, the one I signed, that the U.S. Supreme Court sent them back to me. So the original with the Finnish immigration, and they made me a photocopy. Just like those pictures, they made me photocopy. And they kept the colored ones for pictures of my children. Okay? So now, my child Muhammad, he calls me crying. Look at his beautiful smile. How much would you pay? Would you sell this smile for billions of dollars? Look, they destroyed him completely. He's a living dead. My 4 children are the living dead. Why? All these papers with the Finnish immigration. This should go on the United Nations. Until you say, what are you doing with your children? Those are American born. So my son Muhammad, he calls me crying. He cannot go home. So what he's going to do? He goes with his mother. Where? To work. Do what? Slave work. Child labor. Child labor. His mother does not need to work. You know, for 10 years I am married to her. I told her, take care of the children, I take care of everything. But when I got injured on the job, she gave me a hard time. I told her, listen, I'm on disability. Go find you a job. Okay? Even at that time, she didn't need to go to work over there. But this situation forced her to go for other reasons other than financial. So, what does she go work? She works for her brother, who Nihad, remember? The FBI informant. So she takes my son with her. My son tells me on the phone, I have to go with her. I cannot go home. I get beaten up. So I put him in the situation. The American government. So the American government beat him up. 13 years old child. He has no place to go, no home. That's what the USA did to those children. So he does in his summer vacation, even during the school time. Instead of him playing, enjoying his time, enjoying his childhood, that the USA robbed him of his childhood, robbed all my children of their childhood. So he does what? Slave work, child labor. For whom? For his uncle. He does not get paid. Who gets the money? His mother gets the money. For what? Not for him. Does not save anything for him. He does not need to be there. He needs to be hugged and kissed and loved, given care and attention by his father. But they take him away from me. So he has to go there in order not to be abused. So, in order not to be abused physically, he goes and beaten up. He goes to work, does child labor for that FBI informant. Welcome to the USA. This is reality. This is the truth. I called the police many times. Where that place called Chubby's, that's where he used to do child labor. I called them. They don't care. You know? The order of crucifixion is there. Crucifying me and my children. So who's responsible for anything that my son will do? He cannot even go home. He gets abused. Inside, outside, physically, mentally. Who's responsible?